Hello everyone, welcome to Dakshina e-classroom program. So in last lecture we talked about the solution to last 20-year questions or problems from chapter alternating current. Let's continue here with the same alternating current and last solution to last 20-year questions or problems. So here we have question number 1. An AC voltage source of variable angular frequency omega and fixed amplitude V naught is connected in series with a capacitance C, an electric bulb of resistance R, inductance 0 when omega is increased. So this is the problem, and options here we have A, the bulb will glow dimmer, the bulb will glow brighter, the total impedance of the circuit is unchanged, total impedance of the circuit is increases. Okay, so let me write it. So the question it's saying is that here we have AC voltage source of variable omega. Omega is variable. This one. Omega of the source is variable. It can change, and we have one RC circuit. So sorry, RC circuit and C connected to an AC source, voltage source of changing omega. This is R, this is C, and here we have is equal to V naught sine of omega t. Let's say this is the source connected across this series RC circuit. Okay, so now it's saying, alright, we connected in series with an electrical resistance. Okay, when omega is increased. So first thing is, let's see what's saying. It's like impedance. So what will be the impedance? For impedance, R, it's resistance of this resistor, and XC, that is equal to 1 by omega C. Clear? So Z impedance is equal to under root R square plus XC square, that is equal to under root R square plus 1 by omega C whole square. So this is the impedance of circuit. Correct? And now, so current, what I can write? Current in the circuit is equal to what? I is equal to V naught by Z, that is equal to V naught by under root R square plus 1 by omega C whole square, and the bulb will glow bright or dimmer. That will depends on here the potential drop, you can write, because current will be same across R and C. Is it? This resistor is basically the potential resistance of bulb. Okay, so potential drop across the bulb is, so then I can write V bulb equal to what? I into R, and this is equal to V naught into R divided by under root R square plus 1 by omega C square. Now based on this, what is happening? If on changing omega, this V across voltage across bulb is changing or it's increasing, then what we can write? Bulb will glow brighter, and if it is decreasing, then it will glow like dimmer. So now what is happening? Omega is increased. So we can check now the effect. If omega is increased, let's first see the effect on Z. So what is happening on Z? Here what is that? Omega is increased, XC decrease as omega is increased. Clear? XC is decreased, overall this quantity will be decreased, Z will be decreased. So omega increased implies Z is decreased, and if Z is decreased, you can write I will increase. So current is increased, then you can write potential drop, this will also increase. So what will happen? The bulb, this implies if omega is increased, bulb will glow brighter. Clear? So that is a option which is the correct option. And next one here, it's saying the bulb will glow dimmer, brighter. So it's B is correct. Total impedance of the circuit is unchanged. Definitely it's changing with omega. And total impedance of the circuit is increased, and we can see here. So XC is decreasing, so we can write Z is actually decreasing. So only the correct statement, correct answer here for question number 1 is B, right? Okay, so this is problem 1. Okay, so the next question here, you can see it on board. When AC source of EMF E equal to E naught sine of 100t, so E is equal to E naught sine of 100t is connected across a circuit, the phase difference between EMF E and current I in the circuit is observed to be pi by 4 ahead. So first pi is given as pi by 4, and it's given I is ahead of E, means potential drop by pi by 4. So that means basically current leads voltage in this circuit. Alright, so this is as shown in the diagram. So the diagram here shown is that if this is your EMF, then the voltage and the current is diagram is given like this. You can check in the diagram. Okay, so if the circuit consists possibly only of either RC or RL or LC in series, find the relationship between the two elements. So based on this is the information, the connected here we have circuit. So here two elements are connected across them in series, and across them a source E equal to E naught sine of omega t, that is 100 t is connected. Clear? So now this is, and here what information क्या हमें दिया गया वो ये है information. The first thing is phase difference between both of them, is it? Between I and E is pi by 4, and current leads the voltage. तो यहाँ से basically ये भी काफी कुछ clear कर देता है, right? If you remember the phasor diagram, clear? So what is happening here? We are it's a series circuit, so in series circuit current will be like in the same phase, is it? So here we can write this is VR, this is VL, and this is VC, and I will be across this. Clear? So in this case, what happened actually? If it is inductive circuit, your voltage will lead the current by angle phase. This is V nat. That happened in case of inductive circuit and resistive circuit. But here, what is happening? Current is leading, so that can be possibly true only when. So if current is coming voltage is not coming here, and that current is there. In that case, let's say this is phi 2. So if this is the condition, then current will leads voltage by pi by 4. इस सिचुएशन में क्या होता है? करंट लीड करता है वोल्टेज को कितने एंगल से? पाई बाय 4 से. समझ में आना चाहिए. मतलब मेनली आपको यहाँ ये चीज क्लियर होनी चाहिए. आपको ये याद है तो यहाँ से सीधा ट्राई करता है कि करंट यहाँ पे लीड कर रहा है, राइट? दैट मीन्स करंट लीडिंग मीन्स द सर्किट मस्ट बी RC circuit. Clear? And here in this situation we can write the phase angle tan phi is equal to what? XC by R, because one we already, ये तो क्लियर हो गया कि ये RC सर्किट है, so if one will be R, another will be C. ये यहाँ तक समझ में आना चाहिए चीजें आपको. तो tan phi and it's given as what? Phi is equal to pi by 4, so means it's 1. So this implies XC equal to what? R. एक और चीज क्लियर होगी. Next thing is XC 1 by omega C should be equal to R, and this implies RC equal to 1 by omega, or you can write omega RC equal to 1. अब ये अपन चेक कर लेते हैं, ये जो ऑप्शन है हमारे पास अवेलेबल. तो पहली बात तो देखो, first option is R and C, second option is also R and C, third RL, and fourth D is also RL. So means C and D we can directly eliminate. So either it will be like option A or B correct, is it? So देखते हैं तो A option के लिए whether it's satisfying this condition or not. For A, and it's given from here, from this condition you can write omega is equal to how much? 100. So let's check it now. Omega RC, that is equal to 100. R is equal to what? In one case 1 10 power 3 into C, that is 10 into 10 power minus 6. So this is a 10 power 3, 4, 5 and 6, and so that comes out to be 1. So means it can be possibly correct. B option, R is 1 and C is like, so it's omega RC, that is 100 into 10 to the power 3 into 10 to the power minus 6, and here you can see it's a 5 and 10 to the power, so it's coming out to be 0.1, and which is not equal to 1. यहाँ पे हमारे कंडीशन क्या रिक्वायरमेंट है? ओमेगा आरसी की वैल्यू कितनी होनी चाहिए? 1. बट यहाँ पे ये फर्स्ट केस में मैच कर रही है, सेकंड केस में नहीं मैच कर रही है. सो then we can write this implies this is true, and R is coming out to be 1 kilo ohm, and C capacitance is 10 microfarad. So this will be the possible combination of element in the circuit. सिंपल सी चीज है, आपको ये इंफॉर्मेशन दी गई है, ये सोर्स, ये वोल्टेज सोर्स लगाया गया है, फेज डिफरेंस देख पाई बाय 4, एंड करंट इज लीडिंग. ये बहुत कुछ क्लियर कर देता है. करंट किस में लीड करता है? आरसी सर्किट में. तो मतलब यहाँ से हमें आरसी आ गया. फेज एंगल पाई बाय 4 देखा है, इसका मतलब ये दोनों बराबर होंगे. तो यहाँ से अपने पास ये एक कंडीशन आ गई सिंपली दिस. अब ये हमें दोस्तों समझ में आ गया कि सी एंड डी हो नहीं सकते आरसी सर्किट में, either A or B will be correct option. तो इस कंडीशन को रख करके हम चेक कर सकते हैं कौन सा सेटिस्फाई कर रहा है. That will be your possibly correct answer for this problem. So that way we can get one will be R, another will be C, and possibly the option, the value of R will be 1 kilo ohm and C will be 10 microfarad. Okay, so the next question here you can see it. At t equal to 0, terminal A in the circuit shown in the figure is connected to B by key, and alternating current I equal to I naught cos of omega t with I naught equal to 1 ampere and omega equal to 500 radian per second start flowing in it with the initial direction shown in the figure, okay, towards B. At t equal to 7 pi by 6 omega, the key is switched from B to D. Now onward, only A and D are connected. A total charge capital Q flow from the battery to charge the capacitor fully after switch is shifted. Okay, if C is 20 microfarad and R is 10 ohm and battery is ideal with EMF of 50 voltage, identify the correct options. Here the option is A, magnitude of maximum charge on the capacitor before t equal to 7 pi by 6 omega is 1 millicoulomb. Current in the left part of the circuit just before t equal to 7 pi by 6 omega is clockwise. Immediately after A is connected to D, the current in R is 10 ampere, and Q means the charge flown supplied by the battery after switch is shifted, is it, to the initial like a steady state is 2 millicoulomb. These are options, so the question should be clear to you, and let's see it. So first I am drawing the diagram here. So this is terminal B and it's initially connected, and this is your capacitor, and this is a alternating AC current source. This is A and D is open here, and battery, and like this. This is 50 volt. This is C, 20 microfarad A, and this is D, and I is equal to I naught. This is cos of omega t. Okay, it's clearly mentioned I naught equal to 1 ampere and omega equal to 500 radian per second. That is also given, and direction of current initially is towards B. Okay, and at t equal to 7 pi by 6 omega, key shifted from B to D. Alright, that is Q is what? Charge supplied, flown charge from battery after 7 pi by 6 omega to infinity. Alright, that is capital Q, and the value is given as, that is also given, and here resistance is there, one more resistance. This is R equal to 10 ohm. So now we need to check for the correct option. So like option magnitude of maximum charge on the capacitor before T. So let's first calculate that. Okay, तो पहले अभी अपन देख, तो पहले ये क्वेश्चन है, अच्छा है, लाइक इट सीम्स लिटिल बिट डिफिकल्ट कंफ्यूजिंग. पहले हमारे पास ये सिस्टम दे रखा है यहाँ पर, इनिशियली दिस इज द चार्ज फ्लोइंग, राइट, एंड देन so by simply I can write this I is equal to what? dq by dt, because is it initially, like this is the condition, we can write t equal to 0, maximum current is flowing, is it, and I am assuming that charge at I'm like t equal to 0 is 0 on the capacitor, no charge is there. This is equal to I naught, that is 1 into cos of omega, that is 500 into t. Clear? And integrating it, dq is coming out to be 1 into cos of 500 into t into dt. Let's integrate it. Clear? तो यहाँ पे मैं 0 से 0 and let's say 0 initially I am taking, is it, in that ये कनेक्ट करने से पहले बेसिकली कोई इस पर चार्ज नहीं है. तो अभी क्या लिख सकते हैं, Q किसी भी टाइम पे, सो दिस Q इज कमिंग आउट टू बी 1 बाई 500 इंटू साइन ऑफ 500t एंड दैट विल बी लाइक, तो Q अपने पास कितना आ जाता है यहाँ पे, दिस इज साइन ऑफ 500t डिवाइडेड बाई 500 कूलम. And let me first, so this is our charge, okay, charge stored on capacitor up to t equal to 7 pi by 6 omega, means omega t equal to 7 pi by 6. तो अभी ये क्या है, 0 से 7 पाई बाई 6 तक ये कनेक्टेड है. तो अब देख लेते हैं कि इधर से कितना चार्ज इस पे स्टोर हुआ, राइट. सो लेट मी राइट इट Q इनिशियल, दैट विल बी इक्वल टू व्हाट, दिस, सो दिस इज 1 बाई 500 इनटू दिस is omega t, so I am directly substituting the value of omega t is, this is a sine of how much, 7 pi by 6. Clear? 7 pi by 6 is equal to how much? Pi plus pi by 6, and pi by 6 is 30 degree. So this is coming out to be basically, and minus, so it's minus 1 by 500 into 2, that is equal to basically minus 1 milli coulomb. तो मतलब आपको ये समझ में आना चाहिए कि अभी t इक्वल टू 7 पाई बाई 6 तक इस पर पोलरिटी क्या है, ये है. अब ये कैसे डिसाइड किया ये भी अभी आपको बताते हैं. इसमें करंट की डायरेक्शन से, करंट इसमें किधर, सो करंट इन लेफ्ट circuit just before 7 pi by 6 ओमेगा। क्लियर? तो 7 pi by 6 ओमेगा पे करंट की डायरेक्शन देख लेते हैं। ये क्या है, पॉजिटिव दिया है। अगर करंट पॉजिटिव आ रहा है मीन्स लाइक इट्स फ्लोइंग इन दिस, अगर करंट नेगेटिव है तो मतलब बाहर जा रहा है। क्लियर ना? सो दिस इम्प्लाइज, यहाँ पे क्या लिख सकते हैं, I इक्वल टू आई नॉट, दैट इज आई नॉट इंटू कॉस ऑफ ओमेगा टी इज इक्वल टू 7 पाई बाई 6, एंड ये क्या हो जाएगा, कॉस पाई प्लस पाई बाई 6, दैट इज आल्सो कमिंग आउट टू बी I इज इक्वल टू माइनस √3/2 एम्पेयर. So it's basically negative. So means current is flowing in anti-clockwise direction. तो यहाँ से हमारे पास ए ऑप्शन भी हम चेक कर पाते हैं. ए ऑप्शन बोल रहा है for, is it okay, first sorry, it's B option actually. Current in the left part of the circuit just before 7 pi by 6 omega is clockwise. No. B, I mean like B, it's saying its current should be clockwise. No, it's coming out to be anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise. तो ये स्टेटमेंट गलत हो गया. और हमारे पास ये मैक्सिमम आ गया है. पीक वैल्यू ऑफ करंट कितना आ जाएगा, चार्ज कितना आ जाएगा, 1/500. एंड फ्रॉम हियर, यहाँ से देख सकते हैं, ये आपको समझ आना चाहिए. सो मैक्सिमम, राइट, maximum value of charge before 7 pi by 6 omega, is it? So 7 pi by 6 omega, तो वो क्या हो जाएगा, ये अपने पास चार्ज आ गया है, इसकी पीक वैल्यू ये है, एंड दैट कम्स आउट टू बी, सो Q इनिशियल मैक्स इक्वल टू 2 into 10⁻³ कूलम. And it's saying the magnitude of maximum charge on the capacitor before t is equal to 7 pi by 6 omega is 1 millicoulomb, and that is also not right. So it's actually not correct. Q max is 2 millicoulomb. तो अपने पास A और B चेक कर लिया अपन ने, where A is also wrong and B is also wrong. Okay, and let's see the next C option. तो C option क्या कह रहा है, मैं इसको रिमूव कर देता हूँ. All right, C option, it's talking about the immediately after A is connected to D, current in R is 10 ampere. Let's calculate. So पहली बात तो just after T equal to 7 pi by 6 omega, जो सर्किट है वो अपना हो गया basically. This is the capacitor. It's connected here, this is battery, and here it's resistance. Okay, so it's 10 ohm, this is negative, positive, और यहाँ पे चार्ज कितना है, 1 millicoulomb, and this is A, this is connected D, और ये अपने पास 50 वोल्ट का बैटरी. This will be the circuit just after this moment. तो अभी क्या होगा, इसमें करंट कुछ I इस तरह से जाएगा. Right, now we can write KVL, और अपने को ये करंट चार्ज जस्ट आफ्टर दिस मोमेंट वी नो इट्स दिस. यहाँ से ये कितना आ जाएगा, 50, यहाँ से जाते हैं माइनस, ये मतलब ये जाएगा प्लस Q बाई C माइनस IR इक्वल टू 0. दिस इम्प्लाइज I इक्वल टू 50 प्लस Q कितना है, 10⁻³ डिवाइडेड बाई C इज गिवन एज 20 माइक्रोकूलम, 20 into 10⁻⁶ divided by this divided by R is given as how much, 10. तो ये सॉल्व करके देखते हैं. So this is 50 plus ये हो जाएगा 10⁻³ divided by 20, it's also coming out to 50 divided by 10, that is 100 by 10 coming out to be 100 ampere. So that is a right statement. तो यहाँ पे C क्या कह रहा है, just after switch is shifted to D, current flowing through the resistor is 10 ampere, and that's exactly matching. तो अपना C statement क्या हो गया, करेक्ट हो गया. Now D, Q क्या है, charge supplied by the battery after T equal to 7 pi by 6 omega to infinity. देखो इसके लिए कैसे करने का थोड़ा सा लॉजिकली चीजें, लेट मी रेज दिस पार्ट। यहां पर ये समझते हैं कि एट लाइक चार्ज ऑन कैपेसिटर at t equal to 7 pi by 6 omega, it's basically this negative, positive, and q, let me write it initially, it's millicoulomb. Basically this is the polarity, is it? Or finally means after long time charge on capacitor, तो फाइनल क्या होगा ये सिचुएशन में, ये पॉजिटिव, फाइनली चार्ज विल बी लाइक दिस पोलरिटी एंड दिस विल बी दिस वे। इस सिचुएशन में जो फाइनल चार्ज आएगा Q फाइनल, वो अपन लिख सकते हैं C इंटू V, 20 इंटू 10⁻⁻6 इंटू V इज 50, so 1 2 and 5 into 10, this is coming out to 1 millicoulomb. Clear? And this can the polarities, remember that polarity is different. पहले ये नेगेटिवली चार्ज था, अब ये पॉजिटिवली चार्ज हो गया। तो टोटल बैटरी ने जो चार्ज सप्लाई किया, पहले इसको न्यूट्रलाइज किया होगा 0, फिर एडिशनली 1 मिलीकूलम सप्लाई किया, तो आप इसको लिख सकते हैं माइनस भी अगर इसको देखा है तो टोटल कैपिटल Q इज इक्वल टू Q फाइनल माइनस Q इनिशियल, एंड दैट इज इक्वल टू 1 इंटू 10⁻³ minus 10⁻³ this comes out to be 2 into 10⁻³ coulomb. So capital Q is coming out to be 2 millicoulomb and that is also matching. तो क्वेश्चन थोड़ा सा लाइक लेंथी और डिफिकल्ट है, लेट मी एक्सप्लेन इट। ये सिचुएशन हमें दे रखी है, इनिशियली द स्विच इज कनेक्टेड टू दिस इनिशियली इज इट एट t equal to 0 AB एंड कैपेसिटर वाज अनचार्ज। तो अभी क्या होगा, इसमें कुछ करंट जो हमें दे रखा था I इज इक्वल टू I0 cos ऑफ ओमेगा डी, दिस इज द करंट फ्लोइंग इन द सर्किट। करंट तो अपन ने चार्ज निकाल लिया, चार्ज की पीक वैल्यू भी आ गई अपने पास कि मैक्सिमम वैल्यू कितना आएगा, वो भी ए ऑप्शन और बी ऑप्शन में अपन ने चेक कर लिया। ए में कितनी मैक्सिमम वैल्यू बोल रहा है, आ रहा है बेसिकली 2 मिलीकूलम, बट इट्स सेइंग लाइक मैक्सिमम वैल्यू विल बी 1 मिलीकूलम, सो इट्स नॉट मैचिंग। करंट का सिंपली सब्स्टिट्यूट करके ये वाला टाइम पे अपन ने देख लिया कि करंट की डायरेक्शन, तो वो भी अपना सही, लाइक इट्स नॉट एग्जैक्टली मैचिंग, इज इट? एंड मैक्सिमम वैल्यू ऑफ चार्ज दैट वी आल्सो कैलकुलेटेड। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन कह रहा है कि सी पार्ट में करंट थ्रू दिस आफ्टर जस्ट आफ्टर इस स्विच को यहाँ से यहाँ शिफ्ट कर दिया, तो अपन ने क्या किया, इस पर टोटल चार्ज निकाल दिया और केवीएल लगा करके बाकी सब अपन को पता था। मैं जो आई की जस्ट इसको स्विच को यहाँ शिफ्ट करने पर मैं आई की करंट की वैल्यू निकाल ली, दैट इज कमिंग आउट टू बी 10 एम्पियर, दैट्स एग्जैक्टली मैचिंग विद द ऑप्शन गिवन, राइट? एंड देन यहाँ पे पूछा है कैपिटल क्यू की वैल्यू, और कैपिटल क्यू वैल्यू क्या है ये आपको समझना बहुत ज़रूरी है ध्यान से। तो कैपिटल क्यू की वैल्यू ये है कि जब स्विच को यहाँ से यहाँ शिफ्ट किया जा रहा उस टाइम के लॉन्ग टाइम तक, इट मीन्स इतने टाइम से इन्फिनिटी टाइम तक इस बैटरी ने कितना चार्ज इसको सप्लाई किया। तो हमने क्या देखा कि पहली कंडीशन क्या थी, ये नेगेटिव और ये पॉजिटिव इनिशियली, मतलब ये बैटरी कनेक्टेड है बेसिकली लाइक दिस, but this is the situation of this circuit at t equal to 7 pi by 6 omega। तो अब क्या करेगा ये बैटरी, पहले इसको न्यूट्रलाइज करेगा, जीरो करेगा, फिर इसको फाइनली पॉजिटिव चार्ज कर देता है। तो कितना सप्लाई किया न्यूट्रलाइज करने में, 1 कूलम, एडिशनल फाइनल चार्ज कितना आ जा रहा है, वो भी 1 कूलम, तो टोटल चार्ज कितना सप्लाई कर दिया 1 मिली कूलम एंड 1 मिली कूलम, तो टोटल कितना सप्लाई कर दिया 2 मिली कूलम। सो डी ऑप्शन आल्सो एग्जैक्टली मैचिंग, दिस इज द प्रॉब्लम। Okay, so let's see the next question here. It should be visible to you. In the circuit, the AC source has omega equal to 100 radian per second. Considering the inductor and capacitor to be ideal, the correct choices is R. So diagram should be visible to you. The current through the circuit I 0.3 ampere, current through the circuit 0.3 root 3 ampere, voltage across 100 ohm resistor, voltage across 50 ohm resistor. So this is the problem. Let me draw the diagram also here. It's one capacitor, resistor, another inductor and resistor, and this combined is connected across a source. This is 20 volt, it's 0.5 Henry, 50 ohm. This is a 100 microfarad and 100 ohm. This current is taken as I, and omega of the source is also given as 100 radian per second. तो बेसिकली अभी अपन को पूछा गया ये टोटल करंट की वैल्यू इस सर्किट में कितना फ्लो होगा और इसके अक्रॉस पोटेंशियल ड्रॉप. दिस इज द प्रॉब्लम, राइट. लेट्स टॉक अबाउट इट. तो अभी क्या करेंगे, पहले देखो पैरेलली कनेक्टेड है, सो दिस सर्किट इज इक्वल टू मींस दिस पार्ट कनेक्टेड टू दिस एंड दिस पार्ट कनेक्टेड टू दिस सेपरेटली. मींस ये आप समझ सकते हैं दिस इज इक्वल टू ये कैपेसिटर, रजिस्टर एंड दिस source plus inductor and resistor and the same source. This is L R C R 20. This is also 20. Let me write this is part 1 and this is part 2. Clear? So for part 1, तो पार्ट 1 के लिए देखते हैं. पहले जेड इम्पीडेंस निकाल लेते हैं. तो हमारे पास यहाँ से जो I1 आ जाएगा, I2 आ जाएगा और अपन बोल सकते हैं दिस विल बी I1, दिस विल बी I2, देन आई कैन डेफिनेटली राइट I इज इक्वल टू व्हाट, I1 प्लस I2. क्लियर. एंड करंट मालूम है तो सीधा ये हो गया अपने पास 100 ओम और ये वाला है 50 ओम. This is 0.5 Henry and this is 100 microfarad. Clear? So let's calculate. पार्ट 1 के लिए अपने पास R कितना है, 100 ओम और ये होगा XC. XC is equal to 1 by omega into C. 1 by omega is 100 into C is how much, 100 micro means 10 to the power 6. तो ये भी कितना आ गया, 100 ओम XC. क्लियर. तो Z कितना आ गया, Z1 इज इक्वल टू अंडर रूट R स्क्वायर प्लस XC स्क्वायर, 100 स्क्वायर, सो दैट्स 100 रूट 2. क्लियर. सो व्हाट इज द करंट, I इज इक्वल टू V बाई Z, दैट इज इक्वल टू 20 डिवाइडेड बाई 100 रूट 2 and this comes out to be 1 by 5 root 2 ampere. So we got the value of current in, or you can write it I1. तो I1 मिल गया. And what is the basically potential drop across 100 ohm? That is I1 into R, and this is 100 multiplied by 1 by 5 root 2. This is coming out to be 20, it's 10 root 2 volt. So we got this potential drop across 100 ohm resistor in part 1, that is 10 root 2 volt. Similarly in part 2 of circuit, क्योंकि देखो सिंपल सी चीज है यहाँ पे, ये पैरेलल में तो ये अपन बहुत आसानी से सीधा सीधा कर सकते हैं ना, इसमें कोई परेशानी नहीं होनी चाहिए. तो इसके लिए भी ये अपने पास है यहाँ पे XL and XL is equal to what, omega into L, and that is omega is 100 multiplied by L is 0.5. ये भी अपने पास आ रहा है 50 ओम. R पता ही है अपना 50 ओम. तो यहाँ से Z कितना आ जाएगा, Z is equal to अंडर रूट XL स्क्वायर प्लस R स्क्वायर, 50 प्लस 50 मतलब बेसिकली स्क्वायर. दिस इज योर Z. करंट I2 is equal to one more thing. This is what our RC circuit. Voltage source is connected same, right? I will give you tell you that thing also. So let me just first calculate the magnitude. तो I2 कितना आ गया अपने पास, 20 divided by means it's basically V by Z, that is 20 divided by 50 root 2, and this is root 2 by 5 एम्पेयर। तो यहाँ से अपन ये भी लिख सकते हैं वोल्टेज अक्रॉस 50 ओम दैट इज इक्वल टू I2 मल्टीप्लाइड बाई 50 एंड दिस इज कमिंग आउट टू बी हाउ मच, also 50 multiplied by root 2 by 5 that is also 10 root 2 volt। क्लियर? तो ये आ गया अपने पास 50 ओम के अक्रॉस पोटेंशियल ड्रॉप, राइट? ओके, अभी what will be the total current here? This should not be, I should not write it, this is not proper because we need to check for the phase also। अगर फेज सेम है तो अपन I इक्वल टू I1 प्लस I2 लिख सकते हैं, बट यहाँ पे अब आपको समझना होगा दिस इज व्हाट RC सर्किट, वोल्टेज सोर्स सेम है। तो RC सर्किट में क्या होता है, दिस इज IR VR, दिस इज VC। तो यहाँ पे क्या होता है एंड वी कैन राइट बोथ R एंड XC बोथ आर इक्वल। तो जो फाई होगा और फाई में यहाँ पे क्या होगा V नेट और दिस इज यू कैन राइट I नेट। तो यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, वोल्टेज से करंट लीड कर रहा है और कितने एंगल से, फाई से। सो हियर 10 फाई विल बी इक्वल टू XC बाई R दैट इज इक्वल टू इम्प्लाइज फाई इक्वल टू 45 डिग्री। तो मतलब यहाँ पे क्या होगा कि इस वोल्टेज से जो करंट I1 है that is leading by 45 degree। I hope it should be clear। Similarly जो सेकंड सर्किट है इसके लिए देखेंगे तो यहाँ पर हो गया, ये तो हो गया I और दिस इज आल्सो VR, VL इधर होता है तो यहाँ पर टोटल जो V नेट आएगा वो इधर आएगा कहीं और करंट विल बी दिस, सो दिस इज लेट्स से फाई 2। तो यहाँ पर भी फाई 2 क्या आएगा, वी कैन राइट 10 फाई 2 इक्वल टू XL बाई R, ये भी 50 बाई 50 मीन्स 1, फाई 2 इज आल्सो 45 डिग्री। बट ध्यान रखने का यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, दिस टाइम द करंट I2 इज लैगिंग, I2 इज लैगिंग V बाई 45 डिग्री। तो मतलब ये वोल्टेज एक ही है, यहाँ पे करंट वोल्टेज से 45 डिग्री आगे है, यहाँ पे करंट वोल्टेज से 45 डिग्री पीछे है। तो फेज डिफरेंस बिटवीन I1 एंड I2 शुड बी इक्वल टू व्हाट, 90 डिग्री। सो दिस इंप्लाइज, ये चीज आपको ध्यान रखने वाली बात है बेसिकली, द फेज डिफरेंस बिटवीन करंट I1 एंड I2 इज इक्वल टू 90 डिग्री। सो द फेज डिफरेंस between I1 and I2 is 90. I think it should be clear. RC circuit, voltage is same, current leading by 45 degree. RL circuit, voltage is same, current lagging. तो इन दोनों के बीच में यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, I leads by 45 degree और I लैग बाई 45 डिग्री। तो दोनों के बीच में टोटल फेज डिफरेंस कितना आ गया, 90 डिग्री। तो इसलिए हम यहाँ पे लिखेंगे जो I रिजल्टेंट आएगा, I विल बी इक्वल टू अंडर रूट I1 स्क्वायर प्लस I2 स्क्वायर, एंड दिस कम्स आउट टू बी I1 इज 1 by 5 root 2 and this is root 2 by 5, so 1 by 5 root 2 whole square root 2 by 5 whole square, clear? And simplifying it, it comes out to be I is equal to 1 by root 10, that is 0.31 ampere something, just you can write 0.3 ampere. So this implies this is matching with our option. Now we can check which is correct. So here the current through the circuit is 0.3 ampere. Yes, A is right option. तो यहाँ पे अपना जो ए वाला ऑप्शन है, ए इज करेक्ट and definitely B is not. Current through the circuit is 0.3 root 2 ampere, not right. Voltage across 100 ohm resistor, voltage across 100 ohm resistor is 10 root 2. This is also matching, so this C is also right. And D, voltage across 50 ohm, voltage across 50 ohm is 10 volt. It's saying 10 volt. We are getting 10 volt, and it's saying sorry, we are getting the answer, correct answer is 10 root 2 voltage, but it's saying only 10 volts, so this is also not right. So means D is also not matching. The right option is here A and C, and it's a good problem. Basically यहाँ पे कुछ चीज़ें आपको ध्यान रखनी आती हैं. जो AC वाला पार्ट रहता है वहाँ पे आपको फेज वगैरह का बहुत ध्यान रखना पड़ता है कि चीज़ों को हम नॉर्मल और एल्जेब्रिकली यहाँ पे ऐड नहीं कर सकते हैं. सो जस्ट टेक केयर ऑफ दैट पार्ट, कीप दैट इन योर माइंड. Okay, so the next question here we have a series RC circuit is connected to AC voltage source, and we are given, consider two cases: A when C is without dielectric medium, and B when C is filled with dielectric constant 4. The current IR through resistor and voltage VC across the capacitors are compared in two cases. Then which of the following are true regarding IRA is greater than IRB, B option IRA is less than IRB, and C option it's talking about the comparing the potential drop across capacitor in A and B case. So first thing is, here we have a series RC circuit. Okay, so series RC circuit means this is a R and C. So let me write it. This is C simply, and this is R, and connected across a AC source, some V naught. Clear? So what would, like in this situation, if like angular frequency is omega, then I can write R is R, Xc is equal to what? 1 by omega C. Z impedance is equal to under root R square plus Xc square under root R square plus 1 by omega C whole square. So this is total impedance. Then current through resistor, resistors. First we are getting general expression, then we will compare the case when without dielectric and once dielectric is inserted, right? So current through the resistor R, then I can write IR is equal to what? V naught divided by Z, and that is equal to V naught divided by under root R square plus 1 by omega C whole square. Clear? This is the current through resistor R. Next case, it's talking also comparing the potential drop across the capacitor, right? So current through resistor and potential drop across the capacitor. So what I can write? VC is equal to what? I into XC. Clear? Okay. So in this situation, we are getting VC is equal to I is V naught divided by 1 R square plus 1 by omega C whole square multiplied by XC is 1 by omega C. So this is VC. Okay, so now this is the two cases. Like say, for now consider case A without dielectric. तो मैं मान लेता हूं कि कैपेसिटेंस C है, C इज इक्वल टू C नॉट. तो यहां से अपने पास क्या आ रहा है? IR इज इक्वल टू V नॉट बाई अंडर रूट R स्क्वायर प्लस 1 बाई ओमेगा C नॉट का होल स्क्वायर, एंड दिस VC इक्वल टू V नॉट बाई C नॉट ओमेगा अंडर रूट R स्क्वायर प्लस 1 बाई C नॉट ओमेगा whole square. This is VC. Next case, B with dielectric. तो पहली बात तो यहाँ पे डाइलेक्ट्रिक 4 होने से क्या फर्क पड़ेगा? जो C will become 4C naught. means capacitance will increase. और capacitance अगर increase हो रहा है, this implies Xc will decrease and that implies Z. What will happen? Will also decrease because Z is inversely proportional to C. तो Z भी घटेगा, इसका मतलब क्या हो गया? IR जो B है, that will be V naught divided by Z prime and this you can write V naught divided by 1 R square plus 1 by 4 omega C naught whole square. क्लियर? तो यहाँ से क्या देख सकते हैं, ये क्वांटिटी ओवरऑल डिनोमिनेटर रिड्यूस हुआ तो दिस क्वांटिटी विल इंक्रीज. सो कंपेयर, वी कैन कंपेयर दिस एंड नाउ this implies IRB is greater than IRA because C बढ़ाने से डाइलेक्ट्रिक से क्या होगा, C बढ़ गया तो अपना Z घट गया. This decreases Z and that's why this overall quantity will increase. So we got first. And about voltage, one is this, right? Another case, overall, okay, this quantity is decreasing, but this quantity I'm like so that will result in some increase, but overall we can write VC is inversely proportional to what? C. So if you are increasing this C, is it, VC will decrease. Clear? So in this case you can write VC in case of B, it will be V naught divided by 4 C naught omega under root R square 4 C naught omega whole square. Clear? Or if you want you can even simplify it further, it means one more step. VCA, this is equal to V naught, I can take this inside, then it will be what? C naught omega R whole square plus 1, and this will be VCB equal to V naught by, this is under root 4 C naught omega R whole square plus 1. Clear? तो यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हैं ये क्या है, प्लस 1 है, ये प्लस 1 है. दिस ओवरऑल क्वांटिटी दिस, और ये क्या होगा, यहाँ पे बढ़ गई है, तो ये जो VCB होगा वो क्या होगा, घट जाएगा. Clear? So that's why you can write VCB is less than VCE. And now we can check for the options which is exactly matching here. So which is IRA is greater than IRB? No, A is not right option. IRA is less than IRB, so it's matching with option B. And let me write it small b. Similarly, VCA is greater than VCB, and that matches with option C. So the correct option here is B and C, and that is this problem. तो यहाँ पर भी थोड़ा सा चीजें थी अच्छी, like but it's not complex. You have to write the things properly and get the result expression and just compare the things by checking that with adding dielectric what quantity is exactly changing. तो डाइलेक्ट्रिक ऐड करने से हमें पता है कैपेसिटेंस है वो चेंज हो जाता है, and that become K times, or K is dielectric constant, so that's why K, like dielectric constant increase and like inserted, so dielectric capacitance increase, and that will result in these effects, and comparing that you will get the result. Okay, see the next question. It's a match the column based problem. You can see it here, and let me read it first. So you are given many resistors, capacitors and inductor. These are connected to a variable DC source, the first two circuits, or an AC voltage source of 50 Hz frequency, the next three circuits. So total 5 circuits in the different ways as shown in column 2. When a current I, that is means steady state for DC and RMS value for AC, flows through the circuit, the corresponding voltage V1 and V2 indicated in the circuits are related as shown in column 1. Match the two columns. So this is the problem, and let me first draw both the diagram, column 1 and column 2, then we will try for checking and matching the options. Okay, so these are all options given in column 1 and column 2, and here
column 1 we are given I not equal to 0, V1 proportional to I, B I not equal to 0, V2 greater than V1, and V1 equal to 0, V2 equal to V, and D I not equal to 0 and V2 is proportional to I, right? And here we have like 5 possibilities, 2 DC, A, and this P and Q, and remaining 3 are AC. So first let me like write some data. So we will need some XL corresponding to 6 millihenry, and that will be equal to what? XL is equal to omega into L, and we can write it omega is 100 pi multiplied by L is 6 into 10 raised to the power minus 3. So it's coming out to be basically 6 millihenry. So it's 6 millihenry. Okay, so multiplying it 600 and then basically 0.6 pi into 3 into 3.14. Okay, 14 into 6 into 10 raised to the power, this is minus 1, and this will be like 2, and so this is like coming out to be 18 into, so it's like 1.884 ohm. So this is XL value, and XC, because we will need it for comparing, is it, different results. So XC will be equal to what? 1 by omega into C, and this comes out to 1 by omega is again 100 pi, so I can write it around 3.14, or I can take it roughly 300 multiplied by C is given as 3 microfarad, so 3 into 300 10 to the power minus 6, this is equal to basically 100 10 to the power 6 divided by, if I am multiplying it, it will be around 1000, so it will be like basically 1000 ohm. So that is like 3 microfarads. 1 by omega like is 100 pi is 3.14, so it's around 300. 14 into 3 it's given as, and this is, so XC is very greater than. Now let's compare the results. So first we have let's in column 1 let's talk about case A. So I is not 0, so in this situation we can P, and remember that one more thing, in case of DC circuit we are supposed to talk about I as current in steady state, and in case of AC circuit I is taken as RMS value. Okay, so in steady state, this is a DC circuit, कैपेसिटर इज देयर. व्हाट डू यू नो एक्चुअली कैपेसिटर स्टेडी स्टेट में कोई करंट अलाउ नहीं करता डीसी सर्किट के केस में. तो यहाँ पर क्या हो जाएगा, करंट विल बी जीरो. सो पी इट्स सेइंग आई नॉन जीरो, सो पी इज डेफिनेटली नॉट मैचिंग. हियर इट्स एल आर definitely in steady state what happen actually, it's working like a wire or it will be like a simply resistance, so there will be non-zero current, and in every AC circuit there will be non-zero current. So non-zero current condition is satisfied in QRST, but it's saying V1 is proportional to I. In this situation, in steady state, this will act like a what? Simply wire. So the potential drop across V1 will be like 6 millihenry inductor will be 0, but here it will be like IRMS into XL. So yes, V1 will be like IRMS into XL. Yeah, you can write it's V1 is proportional to I, and here also yes it will be, and T also. So we can write the answer will be like it's R, S and T will match for option A. I hope it should be in every like AC all cases this V1 is equal to what? IRMS multiplied by XL, right? So this is XL, and basically here it will be IRMS, I into R will be your V1. So in every case, first thing is I is non-zero, that's true in case of this, and V1 is proportional to I, so yes here V1 proportional to I. V1 proportional to I. Here I is 0 and here I is non-zero, but potential drop across this is 0. So that's why only right option is RST. Let's talk about next case B. B में बोल रहे हैं I is non-zero. So again we have possibility QRST, right? Because here I is 0. Now it's saying V2 is greater than V1. What does it mean? V2 is greater than V1. So V2 अगर like V2 will be greater than V1 if potential like the resistance or reactance of the second is higher, is it? So what we know it in this situation actually, first I is non-zero, so we have Q, R, S, T, different options. And now here the equivalent impedance for this is how much? 1.88 something, so it's definitely less than 2. तो यहाँ पे क्या हो जाएगा? Definitely V2 will be greater than V1. Yes, that's correct. Here it's matching Q. And next R. So in R it's saying this is 6 millihenry. Okay. दूसरी बात यहाँ पर है V2 is greater than V1. तो इस सिचुएशन में तो क्या हो जाएगा? V1 अपना सीधा सीधा 0 ही है, तो V2 is definitely greater than V1. So Q is right. Next case में यहाँ पे देखा है तो it will be like XL here and this is your R. So XL is less than R, and so definitely V2 will be proportional to R and V1 will be proportional to XL. Both currents are same, so definitely V2 will be higher. And next S. So here also corresponding to this it's around 1000 ohm, and corresponding to this XL is only around 2 ohm. So V2 will be higher. This is also true, and it's around 1000, or you can write basically it will be more than that, is it? It's because it's saying almost like same thing here we are comparing actually. Okay, so in case of T, because this is also 1000 ohm and this is also 1000 ohm, like I just did the calculation roughly. If we are doing it properly, then it would be like okay, it's 9 points. Okay, let me just do the calculation. This here it will be 2, 1 and 3, it's 4 and it's 9. So now you can see it actually here it's 1 by 9 point something, and definitely that will be greater than 10. So here you can write X in this situation also. Here XC is greater than R, that's why V2 will be greater than V1. So second option like B, we are getting its situation is true for Q, R, S and T, right statement. And next option is next case is C. I hope you are getting it. How we are comparing. Point यहाँ पर ये है I नॉन जीरो, तो वो अपन ने देख लिया QRST में है I नॉन जीरो. चेक करने का है कि V2 भी V1 से बड़ा होना चाहिए, तो V2 V1 से बड़ा होगा क्योंकि करंट सब में सेम होगा. आई मीन लाइक इन every, I'm not saying current here and here it will be same, I'm saying current in this circuit across both element will be same, current in this circuit across both element will be same. तो V2 प्रोपोर्शनल होगा मतलब तुम्हारा XC या ये R, तो अगर R यहाँ से इससे बड़ा है तो V2 हायर हो जाएगा, इसका XC इससे बड़ा है तो ये हायर हो जाएगा, ऐसे इसका XC R से बड़ा है तो वो हायर हो जाएगा. एंड वी आर चेकिंग इट फॉर एवरी केस. तो यहाँ पे तो क्या हो रहा है, इस V1 0 है तो डेफिनेटली V2 इज ग्रेटर देन V1, ट्रू. एंड सिमिलरली R इज ग्रेटर देन XL, दिस इज आल्सो ट्रू. XC greater than XL, that is also true. And here XC also greater than XL, so I mean like R, there also V2 will be greater than V1. So right is QRST. Next case is C. V1 is 0 and V2 is V. So definitely in all these cases AC there will be no possibility of having V1 0. But यहाँ पे अपन देख सकते हैं कि here current is becoming 0. करंट यहाँ पे कैपेसिटर क्या होता है, फुली चार्ज हो जाता है. सो कंप्लीट पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस इज कमिंग अक्रॉस दिस एंड नो पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस विल बी देयर अक्रॉस दिस इन स्टेडी स्टेट. सो V1 is 0, it's matching, and V2 is equal to V, that is also true. In case of Q, यहाँ पर भी क्या हो रहा है, डीसी सप्लाई है और ये रजिस्टर है। इनफाइनाइट टाइम पे या स्टेडी स्टेट में इंडक्टर क्या होता है, एक वायर की तरह। तो यहाँ पर भी पोटेंशियल ड्रॉप V1 विल बी 0 एंड V2 विल बी इक्वल टू V। सो फॉर C your correct options matching are P and Q. Next one is D. Here I is non-zero. So again, whenever I is non-zero, Q, R, S, T. 4 options are there. Next thing, it's saying V2 is proportional to I. यहाँ पर भी क्या होगा, V2 will be I into R. So yes, it's proportional to V2 will be I into R. V2 will be I into XE and V2 will be I into XE. So yes, it will be also Q, R, S and T. Right, so these will be the right options basically, and this is your problem, match the column, and I'm just checking it once. So that is all about. I hope it should be clear to everyone. It's like little bit lengthy, you can consider, we need to teach, but if you are going it step by step, checking it properly, then it will not be a problem for you people. And definitely देखो AC भी अच्छा चैप्टर है, क्वाइट लाइक स्मॉल भी है, छोटा सा, वेटेज भी इसका अच्छा रहता है। सो डेफिनेटली इट्स ए लाइक इम्पॉर्टेंट टॉपिक एंड क्वेश्चंस भी इस पर अच्छे खासे आए हैं। इट्स ए मोर ऑफ कंसेप्चुअल चैप्टर एक्चुअली। यहाँ पे कंसेप्ट बहुत लाइक ऐसे समझ लो कि सॉलिड है। अगर आपको समझ में आ गए तो आप कर पाओगे, नहीं समझ में आया तो इसमें कुछ होता नहीं है बेसिकली, है ना। सो मेक श्योर यू आर गोइंग थ्रू द वीडियो लेक्चर्स प्रॉपरली and you are understanding it clearly, is it? If you still have some doubt, consult to some faculties, is it, and make it clear, and then it will be good for you. So that's all. Thank you.